Yeah. Welcome in here, everybody. Thank you for coming on a Thursday night. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to be covering this crazy case that I just found today. This is originally the case is from 1988, but yeah, the time has come for this individual to meet his maker. Death penalty for the first time ever in the United States of America by nitrous gas. Kenneth Smith, who was an Alabama hitman. We're going to be coming at you with this one. Yeah, share this out on X, on Twitter. Just posted that on all the socials. Thank you very much. Coming at you.
Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here to Publicly Buzzed Live. Appreciate everybody for coming through here on a Thursday night. Oh, dude, in the chat there, you done got me for about said Feral Friday night. No, Thursday night. I'm jumping a day ahead. What is happening? Found, again, I was saying just there in the little before we went live, this one that I found today is crazy. The guy's name is Kenneth Smith. We're going to be going into this, of course. I've got Dan in the back there. But this individual right here, Kenneth Smith, in about, what, 9? No. It's today's date, 10th, January 25th. So we're a week away, okay, from this individual in the state of Alabama being executed by an insane means. The reason I found this was actually this headline: Minister attending nitrogen gas execution of Alabama prisoner asks state for extra safety precautions. Okay, he's freaked out about being in the room when this happens. We're going to go over this and a little bit of the actual story, why this individual is in this situation. The case goes back to 1988, but first, I got Dan here hanging out. What's going on, dude?
Hello.
What's up, bro?
I thought it was Friday too. I was on kick. I was like, "There's nobody in here." Did you?
Everybody, man. I wish it was Friday, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
One day away, Feral Friday tomorrow. Feral Friday tomorrow. We're going to be doing episode 5 of Twin Peaks. Excited about that, Dan.
Yep.
We are being trampled by snow currently.
Yeah, tomorrow is probably not going to be pretty.
Yeah, tomorrow is they're calling for some terrible business overnight.
Yeah, we've already gotten a lot. Like we had somewhere between 3 and 5 inches just the other day, and now we're supposed to get that again. So,
dude, yeah, and I just now got dug out.
It hasn't melted at all.
I'm not excited at all. It just got dug out. Everyone knows that. I've been documenting it thoroughly on Twitter, but holy shit, dude. No, we're not ready for this. And you were talking about today, little baby, one of the dogs that Dan was not doing well at all in the snow.
No, she did not enjoy it. She's really tiny, so like her belly was dragging in the snow as she was walking. She was okay at first.
She's super low to the ground, guys. So tiny.
Yeah, she's got short little legs. But like I let her. I don't use a leash with her because she's pretty like easy going. But the other one I had walking around, and then when I come back and I turn the corner, baby's like moving like a turtle, dude. She's barely.
You told me she's barely moving.
She's barely crawling along, dude. She almost didn't make it. She was freezing to death. I mean, we're talking 2 minutes. Like she was normal, and then I turned the corner, and she's like, looks like she's dying. It was really funny, but I did feel really bad for her.
Baby's the best too, and she's older. She's an older dog.
Yeah, she's
so when he was first telling me that, I'm like, it's probably because she's so. But I mean, first of all, I forgot how tall the snow was and how little she is with her legs and her. She's kind of a pudgy little girl. I mean, she's got a little belly on her. So coming in hot. Holly Berry right now. Holy shit! What the hell's even going on? Donnie done grab one of those for sure. Let me hit you with this though. Little Halle Berry coming through strong. Donnie, Fuzzy Puff, Junior Johnson, new name. Welcome in here, Junior Johnson. And Joni B. and Jay gifted a membership. Welcome in here, guys. Appreciate it. New sub also coming through. Appreciate it. Welcome in here, guys. Yeah, tonight. I sent this case to Dan earlier, or this part of it, the actual nitrous gas execution part. What the fuck, dude? What is your take on that just out the gate?
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Like a whole new method of execution.
Yeah, the first time ever. There's three states in total that have this. No other state has actually implemented it. But the reason we're here actually kind of makes sense, right? Because
the drugs of the lethal injection are.
Well, you would think that. That's actually was my first thought too. No, last year they tried to give this man a lethal injection. They couldn't find his vein to finish the deal. So
that's weird.
For the time period, they have a strict time period to actually kill the individual. That time elapsed in the time that they could not find a vein, right?
Right.
So when that didn't happen, I think that he thought he was being smart here. He got a lawyer, and they basically got it to where they can't try to do that style of execution again. I don't know if the chair's not available, and I'm guessing, of course, the firing squad is not available. That's very rare. I know we can possibly get that in Idaho, but the other option in Alabama as of 2018 is fucking nitrogen gas. That will a mask will be placed over his face, and his airway he will stop breathing air and start breathing nitrous gas, and his lungs will fill with that until he dies.
I would say that sounds like a better option because I've heard the lethal injection can be pretty painful.
I've heard that's bad too. Yeah, I've heard that's terrible. I said this today on Twitter. I think the best way, honestly, if you're going to go through with it, I know it's a very contentious subject anyways, but the firing squad, dude. I mean, if you have multiple people firing at you, your brain, your heart, all of the vital organs are going to be getting got pretty quickly. I bet. One of the most humane, I really think that's the way.
I bet this method's going to be fairly painless, though. I bet you pass out before you feel anything.
That's true, too. Actually, to that point, when I was reading about this today, because I got super interested in this, I was like, this is absolutely insane. That is basically what happened. So basically, after he breathes a couple of breaths of the pure nitrous, he will pass out. So,
people, without saying the bad words, people lock themselves in their garages and turn their car on.
Right.
Has a fairly painless way to do that. So
and
it's not nitrous, but it's
Kenneth Smith does not want this to happen, folks. So basically, his argument right now, Kenneth Smith's argument is, or his lawyer's argument at this point is that it is going to be inhumane because the possibility of strokes or heart attacks or him not just dying quickly. Now, I got really messed up today, and I'm not going to show this whatsoever, but on this Wikipedia on gas asphyxiation, this is something that they do to slaughter animals, specifically like swine and poultry. And I did watch a video today of how this happens, and it was pretty fucking nuts. It was less. I mean, it happens quick, but that 30 seconds seemed like absolute hell. That was, I wouldn't recommend going and watching that, but I did get so I was like, because I had the same thoughts. I was like, if he's going to be laying there having a stroke or having these other medical issues happening, now, holy fuck, that's not good, right?
Right.
Because that's the fear that a lot of times happens with a lot of the stuff with lethal injection. It's a wild one, but I was like, first of all, the story itself that got us here is crazy. All right. So Kenneth Smith was not the only person involved in this. Now I'm just going to read just a little bit here of the actual, because this is nuts. Okay. So a pastor in 1988 who was in debt, having some money issues, basically decided to off his wife. Okay. Hired in Alabama, a local dude by the name of Billy Gray Williams. He's the only person I couldn't find a picture of. And he also did not get death. He ended up with life in prison and died in prison. Well, Billy Gray Williams goes out and decides to hire two goons of his own after, getting hired by this pastor to kill his wife. He hires John Forrest Parker and Kenneth Smith. Okay. John Forrest Parker has already been killed in Alabama in 2010 by lethal injection. Okay. That's already been carried out. So the only person left is Smith at this point. Now, basically what happened is they in 1988, they had a home invasion. They created at least what looked like a home invasion. It was actually a home invasion, but made it look like that this was not something that was meant to happen. All right. Cops immediately sniff out something is up here, of course. They're in dumbfuck Alabama. They bring in the husband, the pastor, and start talking to him. I'm sure sniffing this out immediately. As he's leaving, at least in one of the stories I read today, they ask him if he knows Kenneth Smith, the individual that's still alive. And when they ask him this, he turns beet red, and the entire time, of course, in the station is denying all of this. This man, Charles Sennett, I think I've got his picture up here as well. Yeah, Charles Sennett, this is the pastor right here. He leaves the police station, goes to his church, and invites all of his family there, and then proceeds to tell all of his family, I did do this. I committed this crime. I killed everybody. And then he goes outside to his truck, and then he offs himself. So and that was all within a week span. Like they bring him in, I think, like it was a week after all this happened. Like it all just started snowballing. So 2 weeks prior to this, before this motherfucker decided, hey, here's an easy way to get cash and get out of the situation of my wife that I've been married to for 25 years. She was 45 years old. I've got a picture of her as well. Elizabeth Sennett, who unfortunately, I mean, you would imagine marrying a pastor, being religious. What the fuck, dude? And again, I had to dig in a little bit because I was like, what exactly, how did we get here to this point in time again, to where this man, Kenneth Smith, is going to fucking lose his life in one of the most insane ways. Again, when you really kind of think about it, maybe it isn't the most barbaric if he passes out and he succumbs quickly, but it's a pretty wild way to explain a death anyways. I mean, it caught me off guard.
I've never heard of it. I didn't know it was an option.
It's wild, dude. It's wild. And again, I think it's Oklahoma. Illinois, and Alabama. I might be off in Illinois, but I know it's Oklahoma and Alabama for sure. I was looking at them earlier. Crazy though. But I think the story itself here, let me pull this up. And then I've also got a picture here for you guys of John Forrest Parker. This was the individual that was one of the dumb fucks that got hired on extra here, who was killed in 2010 via lethal injection in Alabama. Let me go over here to the internet.
So did all three of them get? You probably said that. Did all three of them get death penalty?
No, the first one actually did not. The guy that was initially hired by Charles did not get death. He got life, and he's already actually just died naturally in prison.
Did he make a deal?
I don't know that part actually. His name was Billy Gray Williams. Let me just read this here. I kind of just gave a brief little rundown though. And this is from Kenneth Smith's Wikipedia, but is an American convicted criminal in March of 1988, murder for hire of Elizabeth Sennett in Colbert County, Alabama. Charles Sennett Sr., Elizabeth's husband, recruited Billy Gray Williams to murder his wife. Williams, in turn, recruited Smith and John Forrest Parker to assist in the murder. Smith and Parker carried out the murder and stabbed Elizabeth to death in her home. Also beat her with a tire iron. A week after Elizabeth Sennett's murder, Charles Sennett Sr. killed himself when he learned he was a suspect in the murder. Billy Gray Williams was sentenced to life without parole and died in prison in November of 2020 due to an illness. So, yeah, I wonder if he maybe cut a deal in 88 at that point in time. He probably, hey, I'll give you all the information you want about these guys. The guy got hired out the back of this bar.
Yeah.
Real quick. Pastor Charles Sennett Sr. A pastor, guys. Imagine that day when he brings his family into the church, though. And I'm like, oh, what is all?
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
What is all Charles? What is Granddaddy? What does Uncle Charles want us to come into the church for today? Oh, it's got to be something special. It's got to be something just absolutely. Wait, well, at that point, they probably didn't know that the mother died. I don't know. That's fucked, dude. That's crazy. And what's even, it's where he left the police station. Obviously freaked the fuck out. Like, they were probably hot on his trail. And he's like, I mean, I'm not going to prison forever, right?
Yep.
The initial story, though, that I found here, line this up here. It's not about Ted Cruz. Okay, yeah, and here's again, this is what caught me off guard. What totally got me on this one. Minister attending is freaked the fuck out and wants extra safety precautions. A spiritual advisor attending the nitrogen gas execution of Alabama hitman Kenneth Smith has written a letter to the state prison system asking it to provide additional safety precautions for bystanders and witnesses. Smith, now 58, will be the first person in America put to death with nitrogen gas, despite the method being authorized in 3 states. His execution is scheduled for January 25th. Reverend Jeff Hood, who will be near Smith during his execution, has requested that there be oxygen monitors in the death chamber, additional oxygen sources available, ambulances outside the prison on standby, and training on available exit routes in case there is a nitrogen leak in the execution chamber. Nitrogen hypoxia, butchered that one. Nitrogen hypoxia is a novel execution method. Use of this deadly gas, unlike lethal injection, poses a high risk of exposure to all bystanders. I mean, I would be probably pretty freaked out, but you'd imagine that it's going to be safe, I would hope. Then again, it's in Alabama, and you can't really trust anybody. I'd actually be looking at who set up. Can I look at the men who set up the entire situation? Okay. Do they look like Odinist? I want to see these guys. Because now that I'm thinking about it, they probably look like they work for the fucking fairs that travel around America, that live in buses, that give no fucks, or alcoholics. That's probably what's actually happening here. The worse it gets. Did you hear the Alabama story where they found like 200 and some fucking bodies behind the prison?
Oh, I heard something about that.
What the fuck, dude? They were just burying people, dude. Like, with their organs and shit. Like, they were just getting rid of bodies.
Yep.
All right.
One of them was, I remember I saw somebody talking about like a cop hit somebody or something, and they tried to cover it up by burying them in that gravesite.
Was that how they found it?
Or something? I don't know. It was like that was one of the stories that came out of that.
And then another crazy story. I'm going to get back to this in just a second. Just while this is on my head, and I think I sent this one to you. The story about the dudes that were over at their friend's house, go out into his backyard, never leave, never go to their homes. The wives are calling, where are these guys at? The guy the house that they're at never. I don't know where the hell these guys are at. One of the wives, I'm talking multiple days later, goes to the house. All the cars of these guys are still parked at the house. She breaks into the backyard. Somehow she breaks into getting into the backyard. It's fenced in. 3 dead bodies. These friends of this man froze to death. So I don't know if they froze to death. They were dead, but it was freezing conditions outside in the back.
Yeah, that's insane.
How did this motherfucker not look outside and that the cars are still here? Hey, they never came back inside from that smoke. What the fuck happened there, bro?
Yeah, that's not.
Or was it actually a murder?
I mean, it doesn't. Like, how could they have frozen to death? Like, they would have come banging on the door or something. I mean, like, that doesn't make any sense. Dude, none of that makes sense.
It makes 0 sense. Like, I don't understand that one at all. Sorry. There's so many crazy ones happening right now. This one today was I was actually going to lead with the crazy one from Alabama. But this one caught me off guard today. Where was that? Nitrogen
one of the bodies.
hypoxia.
Yeah, Gamby's brought it up. One of the bodies that was in that grave site was like he had his license in his pocket.
Oh shit!
And everything like so. It wasn't like a prisoner,
dude. Exactly. Yeah, they're not telling the families. They're getting rid of bodies. And again, like when they're burying people with all of their fucking organs, and they're just getting rid of bodies. Think about like when serial killers get rid of bodies and they're just burying people. You know, animals a lot of times will find these places. Well, I can only imagine all the wildlife digging up things or trying to. How deep were the bodies? I have so many questions.
I think typically too, if someone dies in jail or prison, they cremate, don't they?
I think so, usually. Especially if they can't get a hold of family, right? That's the cheapest way. Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, but that one's interesting, man. Nitrogen hypoxia is a novel execution method. Use of the deadly gas, unlike lethal injection, poses high risk. Oh, I just read that. Yeah, for anybody inside. So yeah, the minister is freaked the fuck out. Spiritual advisor, Hood, and a correctional officer will be in the execution chambers. There's going to be 2 other additional people with Smith when the nitrogen gas system is activated by a warden in an adjoining room. Various witnesses, including, attorneys, journalists, people there for Smith's victim, will watch the execution through windows in other adjoining rooms. The Reverend was required by the state to sign a form acknowledging the highly unlikely risks of the method. He also had to agree to stay 3 feet away from Smith's gas mask, which will cover his nose, mouth as breathable air is replaced with pure nitrogen. State protocol says the gas will be administered for at least 15 minutes or for 5 minutes after a flatline indication on the EKG. Alabama has argued the lack of oxygen will cause Smith to die within minutes. Smith's attorneys have likened the execution method to human experimentation. The state argued that the execution method should be allowed to proceed in the court filing on Wednesday, despite Smith's request to block the execution. In the request, Smith's attorneys argued that there are too many unknowns with the method, again being the first time, at least here. And
I was about to say, it sounds like some shit could go wrong here. Like other people could be harmed.
That's freaky. Yeah. And that's what, again, his spiritual advisor's freaked out about. And I would say the other, police officer in there as well. And the state's protocols violates the ban on cruel and unusual punishment. They also argue that Smith's due process rights have been violated by the execution being scheduled while he has a pending appeals. And again, a botched, I think it's down here. Yeah. He was scheduled to be executed by lethal injection in 2022, but it had to be called off after authorities couldn't find 2 intravenous veins. Connect to intravenous veins.
Intravenous.
Smith was one.
That's my whole job. That's the only reason I'm here.
I need you sometimes, actually. Smith was one of 2 men paid $1,000. Now that's actually the craziest part of this whole thing. These motherfuckers, again, in 1988, that's like $2,500 today. I did look that up. But still, it's nothing. These guys were paid $1,000. And I want to know if the pastor paid the first individual $1,000 and he said, hey, I got $20.
Right.
For either one of you, $50. I got a $50 bill. You can split it, boys.
It is insane.
I don't know, dude. That's a fucking wild-ass story, though. And this, I looked this up. This is crazy. So, and this is after we were talking kind of like, again, what would be the least botched execution rate, right? You got lethal. Let me just show it here. Let me pop this out. I Googled this. Got lethal gas. Okay. Botch 5.4%. Lethal injection 7.12. Firing squad 0. Zilch.
Only 34 though. That's not a big sample size.
It doesn't. That's true. I mean, if he's still moving, or is it the same situation? He's like, he fired one extra shot. That guy's a murderer. He fired an extra shot, and the minute had elapsed.
I do think it's supposed to be 1 bullet.
I think it's multiple people. I think. Oh no,
you're multiple
right.
people,
it's
but
multiple
one
people.
bullet.
Not all of them have bullets. You're right.
Yeah,
that is how it goes. You're right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think that a firing squad would be better than this.
As long as they got good aim. I mean, I feel like if there was more than 34, there would be some botched ones.
Yeah, there probably would. I'm like, oh, this guy's still. Again, I think there would probably still be the same type of situation with, well, then again, just like in any, at least with the chair, with gas, in any situation I've seen, there's always a doctor on site, basically checking immediately, right? Because I was about to say, maybe there was somebody that survived, you thought they were dead, but no, they would be checking immediately. So, but I mean, it would still be easy to botch it up, honestly.
Yeah.
God, we are. Yeah, that's right, Eva. Eva's coming through here. What's going on? Jay was saying that on Twitter. We're close as hell to 1 million views up in here, man.
I don't know where we're at on that.
He posted a screen grab of it. We keep inching closer and closer. Again, thanks everyone for sharing this out. Really appreciate it, guys. We're
about 867 views away.
Wow, that actually probably will hit to off most likely this video, maybe tomorrow's. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to probably do a 30-minute prior to the Twin Peaks. What do you think about that, Dan?
Yeah, we can do that.
I kind of like the lead into it, right?
Mm-hmm. The only thing about tomorrow is I'll probably have to dip early.
Oh, that's right. You might have to pick up Annabelle.
So we might want to do 9.
Okay, how about we start at 8:30? The pre-show.
Yeah.
Jump to kick at 9.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do that. That's what we'll do. That'll be the earliest Fail Friday of all time. 8:30. Yeah. Wow. Hell yeah. Excited Utterance in here. Yeah, I've been digging her channel. She's got a channel too. She's been covering the a lot of the Gypsy Rose stuff, specifically the Nicholas Godejohn trial, though, especially since all that stuff's been happening. Welcome in here, though. Excited Utterance. She's from Australia. Get a lot of love from Australia. I'm going to get to Australia one time. Right now, pretty sure Australia is pretty fucking warm. That's exactly where I want to go.
Yeah, Australia would be cool. I guess you got to go to the right place. It's a dangerous country.
I mean, that's what they say. There's a lot of crazy ass. As long Dan would be the one that would end up fighting a kangaroo. Like he'd be like, "We're gonna box. We're gonna do this."
Kangaroos are fucking scary.
Kangaroos are scary as hell.
Terrifying.
Kangaroos freak me the hell out, bro.
I'm worried about those. What are those birds that'll just fucking like attack you? Hang on. Like they wear, like kids will wear like helmets with eyes on the back so that they don't get attacked.
No shit, I don't know. What do you got?
The Australian magpie.
What the fuck? I've never heard of that in my life.
Dude, they just attack people, dude.
All right, I gotta Google that.
For like no reason.
Australian magpie?
Yep.
What a crazy name.
Someone said ostrich. That would be fucking scary.
So, are they pretty like do they go after eyes? Like,
I have no idea.
I was expecting something much bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. They attack people though. Look up a video.
Oh yeah, first thing that pops up. Oh God. Go after little kids. There we go.
But apparently, if they wear like a eyes on the back of their helmet, it deters them from attacking.
Oh shit!
They'll just fucking dive bomb your ass. And look at they just keep coming.
Okay, that was frightening. I looked right in his eye. That was frightening as hell. Dude, this is a beautiful shot though.
This would be horrifying. Like
you're on a bicycle so much. And they just keep coming. Dude, yeah, that does freak me out.
He's pretty chill though. He's not worried about it.
Now, so you put eyeballs on the back of your of like a helmet, and that's supposed to scare them, I guess, like it's a predator.
Yeah, it keeps them off, I believe. Put zip ties on your helmets, huh? No, it's a big deal. It's a thing.
Everybody's saying.
But at least it's something for putting my head on the line so to speak. Yeah, so it's a bit disappointing that these better shots along this road here just aren't being accepted. So what I've chosen to do is put it up for free, because if I can't make money out of them, then they can't make money out of them, then let's put them up for free. The shots that I was putting up were widely ripped off anyway.
That would look like he was offering him a bug. You see that?
Yeah.
Let's put them up for free.
Like, hey, dude, no, dude. Like, he's like, hey, bro. Hey, no, you're cool. We're cool.
Peace offering.
Hold on, I'm going to go back to the one that looked like the child was being attacked.
A springtime stalker
Oh, my
swoops.
God. It's a news story, but yeah, this is like just happening. Like,
A springtime stalker swoops. And Mac Sherwood's scooter ride really gets going.
It is losing it.
oh, God, I think you got him.
The 10-year-old was menaced by the magpie near his Lake Illawarra home yesterday morning.
The magpie's just coming at me, like swooping me. I'm just screaming the whole way down.
Dad Wayne had been attacked
They kill
moments
people.
earlier by the same bird.
There's always one in every street.
Hours later, Max returned to the same path to face his fear head on.
Here he comes!
The original video exploded on the internet.
Nope, I don't want to live like that.
It's now been viewed almost 10 million times.
I wonder if
famous.
it's just like
The
people on
magpie
bikes or
swooping
scooters
season
like
is
going
typically
quick.
between
Like if you're just
August
walking, do they
and
fuck with you if you're just
November.
walking?
Good question,
right
yeah.
now, we're in the
So
thick
far
of
it's been
it,
nothing but
but
people on
experts say
like
for
some sort of
unknown
transportation.
reason, only 10% of the magpie population.
Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense,
attack.
right? Like they're chasing them.
Oh, she just said only 10% of the magpie population attacks.
What is that though? Like,
It seems to happen a lot. That's pretty crazy.
they actually call it swooping season. Like, do they do it at certain parts of the year, certain times of
I
the year?
guess
Here we go.
it's crazy.
Here's one from Reddit.
Amber and Pillows on Star FM.
Wait, so is she wearing this in her helmet to try to like,
Deter them, I guess.
yeah, to trick them? Oh shit! Just lurking.
I feel like that's gonna make them more attracted to her. Honestly.
Maybe the water worked.
Oh, they're doing tests. Okay. Okay, she's got the eyes on.
And it's quite a fierce magpie
That's a thing.
behind the Merbean P10 school. From all reports, it's not very nice. So, hopefully the eyes are going to
Oh,
work.
Stevie.
I do have the helmet on, so it shouldn't hurt too much.
I don't see any birds coming up on this one. Oh, oh shit! No. Oh, eyes didn't work. Eyes didn't work. Eyes did not work.
She's pretty funny.
What a wild card, man. This is insane. Well, the tree thing worked way better than the eyes did.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That didn't work very well.
The eyes didn't work at all. I wonder if the googly eyes would work though, like actual, like more visible ones, because that
Yeah,
was
those were poorly done.
those
eyes, weren't
blended
they?
in basically perfectly with her helmet. Like, oh, here we go. Oh my God, I've seen a little bit of a. This person looks like they actually got hurt. Magpies attacking people.
Lane Cove Council is.
Here we go. News story. I'm so intrigued by this. Something I've never even heard about or known about.
To conduct a small-scale bird cull after dozens of complaints from residents who've been swooped and attacked by a pair of rogue magpies. It comes as photographers share extraordinary pictures of a magpie attacking an airborne drone.
It seems COVID isn't the only airborne threat residents in Sydney's northern suburbs have to contend with.
The bird has swooped my granddad. He has bled from the ear a couple of times. He got him right at the back.
This is one of the offenders now on Lane Cove Council's hit list.
They draw blood.
2 birds, the target of a cull, after no fewer than 25 complaints were received from residents around Johnston Crescent.
He's a menace. He did get a child on the eye. He's got quite a few people on the head. He draws blood.
One resident reporting they were left bleeding heavily and needing tetanus shots and antibiotics.
Yeah, that'd be
Most
the thing,
magpies
right?
never swoop anybody, but a few do, and those get all the publicity.
No surprise, spring is the breeding season, but
I mean, we've seen a lot of stories here for there to be just 10% or a few.
It seems like there's more than they're letting on.
Something's going on here. These damn birds.
Unless there's just a fuckload of these birds. And so then that 10%, there's actually a lot of them, right?
10% are giving the rest of them a bad name.
Yeah.
Like, you son of a bitches.
experts say COVID's
scary, dude.
demands to...
Nah, dude.
I couldn't live like that.
Nah, dude. Everybody's like
in fear every day.
Did you put your twigs on your head this morning, dear, before you went out to work? Make sure, don't forget your twigs. They're in the closet.
It does seem like it's only bikers and stuff.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense.
Do they get people that are just walking? Because then I'd be okay with it. Because I don't ride bikes anyway.
Mask up are having an unexpected impact, making it tougher for territorial creatures to recognise their favourite targets.
I'm imagining the magpies going,
the mother's protecting
which one of them
young.
is it? You know, they all look the same. So I better have a go at all of them.
On Tantallon Road in Lane Cove, things have gotten so bad that not only has council put up these signs with the
somebody mentioned
QR
earlier, the other interview with the kid, the dad, I guess, said there's always one. And someone in chat said, why does this sound racist all of a sudden? And then this guy just said, which one is it? They all look the same. This magpie thing is...
The magpie thing is just gonna make everything super ultra extra racist in Australia. That's all we need, right?
Oh, that's really
more
funny.
bullshit racism being spewed out here.
Okay, but residents have added to it as well, offering anyone...
What about the good ones? There's plenty of good ones out there. They're going to let the 10% of the bad ones ruin. It's like pit bulls too, right?
Who's come here without protection.
That's an awful white fucking umbrella, bro. That's ultra white. What kind of message are you sending?
A free umbrella. The
wow.
QR code takes victims to an interactive map where they can report where and what occurred.
All right, this is way too serious for them to just all of a sudden. You could go your whole life without. But look at this.
Where they can report where and.
Look at this.
It's crazy, man.
So you just like, oh, I'm gonna buy this house. This house looks awful nice in this neighborhood. Hope there's no magpie living in the trees around here.
Yep.
What the
occurred?
Fuck?
Drone operators giving us a bird's eye view of, well, a bird's eye.
Again, not quite sure if it was trying to impress my drone or if it was trying to attack it.
Evan Batten, 7
Are there any
News.
swoopers in the neighborhood?
Wow.
Again, another. Could be. That's really funny.
God.
That could easily be a stand-up joke for somebody, some Australian comedian.
They're gonna take that from you right now. They're probably watching it. They're like, "Oh, he nailed that."
It would be perfect. I mean, I can't form a joke good enough, or I'd love to, but.
All right, one more of these, just because I
can't
get enough.
Oh! Ow!
I mean, they do enough damage for it to suck.
Yeah, I mean, even if it didn't really,
dude, bird talons
cause any
are
damage,
creepy as
it would
hell.
be so annoying and scary.
Bird gang activity. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Somebody that's in the know. You can't avoid them. That's a way bigger problem than they're trying to let on. All right, so when I do go to Australia, I'm going to be in a car or in a house at all times in a building.
Yeah.
And then when I do have to, go between a car, buildings, or whatever, I'm going to run. I'm going to dart. I'm going to be moving very frantically.
Maybe moving slow is the key, though, actually.
You know what? Yeah, you're probably right. I'm already freaking the fuck out. Dude, in the movie Birds.
Yep.
Which is a great movie. Alfred Hitchcock classic. But, I mean, those birds were scary as fuck.
Yep.
But I mean, again, I don't know, man. I'm learning something. We always learn something new. Learn something new on a Publicly Buzzed live stream. Yeah, I'm excited to get into episode. What are we on? Episode 5 of Twin Peaks?
Yeah, I think so. 5.
I'm about to refresh to find out.
Sounds right.
Well, yep, I think that is correct. I don't know. We might be on 4. 4, Rest in Pain. The next morning, Cooper meets with. Oh no, we're on episode 4. Yeah,
okay.
Cooper hasn't met with Audrey. Yep. April 25th, 1990. The next morning, Cooper meets with Audrey, who confesses to leaving him the note about One-Eyed Jacks. Cooper tells Truman he can't remember who the killer was in his dream, but insists the dream is a code to solving the crime. I'm glad everybody's been so into Twin Peaks, dude.
Yeah, it's been great.
Honestly, bro.
I love Twin Peaks.
But yeah,
it's nice to go through it again, like with other people.
100%, dude. Like, and I got another buddy that just messaged me today that said I just started it. Maybe it's because I've been hyping shit up, probably. But I'm really excited to see that he's in there and getting into it. He's watched it like the first. I think he's on episode. He finished 3 because 3's the one that ended with little dude dancing in the light, basically in the red room. So, and that freaked him out in the lodge. But yeah, I'm stoked as hell about that. And tomorrow night, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Get it done a little earlier tomorrow night.
Yeah, man. Well, you may have to dip out. So,
if we start that early, I shouldn't, because I'll have to leave at maybe like 11:10. So we should have 2 hours to watch an hour episode.
Yeah, because that's right. I always forget. I always want to think about them as like the first episode was an hour and a half, but yeah, the rest of them are just normal time frames. So
we do. I mean, we pause pretty frequently, but it shouldn't take 2 hours.
No, shouldn't take that time at all. Yeah, man. And again, one of the things that I might do a video on. I don't know, because that story is absolutely insane. The story of Alabama, again, the prisoners, and the story. I don't remember the state, the one with the friends, and I think they were over watching a ball game, maybe a football game or something. And when this happened with the 3 individuals that passed away in this guy's backyard, I want to know where that's going. I want to know what how the investigation's going. I think it was Jennifer Coffindaffer that was tweeting about it today, that she was going to be on the news tonight talking about it. I think News Nation. I may watch that segment because that one's intriguing, because I want to know how they're looking into that, right? Like, is this guy been arrested? Like, how would there be like some kind of, what would be does he have a camera? Like the lady that snuck into the backyard and found, like the days leading up, like to his phone, like the text and phone calls that he wasn't answering from the families. So much. Like, there's so many levels.
A lot more of that story.
There has to be something that we're missing that's huge. Has to be.
It makes no sense. I mean, it's you don't just walk outside and freeze to death, especially when you have a vehicle there that you could get to. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I'm guessing it's probably the fencing that would be around it would be fairly tall to not be able to get over. I mean,
yeah, the lady was able to get in.
Yeah. Now, when I do remember, and I don't remember verbatim, but I do remember when I read the story, she basically broke in somehow. Like, she didn't just walk into the backyard. I don't think. Like,
even still, like,
she went in through maybe even the garage or something. Like, broke in through a window or something. Like,
yeah.
Like, she actually, because when she gets there, I wish I'd had this pulled up, but when she gets there, the cars are still in the driveway. Like, no one ever left. Let me see if I can Google it real quick.
You would think they could just go back to the house and knock on the door, or I mean, if they're actually freezing to death, there has to be some way for them to get out of that situation.
Let's see here.
That just sounds insane to me.
This is from the 16th. This is hopefully has some kind of update in here. Authorities in Kansas City, Missouri are investigating after the bodies of 3 men who reportedly gathered to watch football were found outside a home last week on a day when forecasters said the temperature dipped well below freezing. The men, all between ages 36 and 38, were found dead the evening of January 9th at a house in Northland, a northern suburb of Kansas City. On Tuesday, police said officials from multiple agencies were working to determine how the men died. Because right there, I want to know if they actually froze to death back there, right? Was there some kind of drugs? Were they drugged? Were they killed elsewhere and put back there? A spokesperson with Forensic Medical in Kansas, located in Kansas City, confirmed the death. The dead is Ricky Johnson, David Harrington, and Clayton McGeeney. According to information from Police Captain Corey Carlisle, on the day they were discovered, the fiance of one of the men visited the home to check on him, found a body in the back on the back porch, and called 911. No obvious sign of foul play. Officers responded to the scene at 9:51 p.m., confirmed there were a dead body, and upon further investigation, located 2 other dead bodies in the backyard. There were no obvious signs of foul play. Officials have not released how long they suspect the men had been dead or how long they may have died. The cause of death will be determined. So it's super early in this still.
Yep.
His friends froze to death. 29 degrees.
That's not even really that bad. And they froze in one night.
Yeah, I think so. I think if you're probably in like below freezing temps, so overnight you're going to die.
I don't think so.
Really?
If you've got a jacket on, I think you'd survive. And they probably had jackets.
I don't know what they had on, but maybe like a big jacket. Like,
dude, I've seen fucking survival shows with like Les Strauss where he survived several nights in crazier weather than 29 degrees.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also something to preparing for that type of stuff as well. Like,
he somebody that's not
really. I mean, preparing like mentally
and like
and
build a
physically.
fire and stuff, but I really don't think you're freezing overnight. If you've got, especially
I don't
if you've
know,
got a
man. I
jacket.
think you could definitely very easily freeze overnight. I mean,
dogs fucking stay outside in these 29-degree weather without freezing to death. You don't think a human could?
I mean, there's probably something, which it sucks when that happens for dogs too. But you know, the complete fur body probably has something.
Again,
to
if
do
you've
with
got
that.
a jacket, if you got clothes, if they're not naked, I think they'd make it one night at least.
I don't know. I hope that we find out what exactly happened. But
Google how long to die in cold. Give it the old what's her name, Jen McCabe.
30 degrees at negative 30.
Negative.
Hypothermia can occur in about 10 minutes. Death can occur in under an hour. I'm not looking for that. Let's see. Let me put in something specific.
These
There
are
we go.
crazy low temperature.
At what temperature does human body freeze? Human tissue freezes at around negative
0.5 Celsius.
0.5 Celsius.
We need that. Convert that to Fahrenheit. Minus 0.5. That's 31.1 degrees. So it was lower than that. It was 29.
It's 29.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, like, I would definitely die. Like, I shiver and freak out, like, when I'm not that cold. Like, my body literally would just, like, go in convulsions. It's a wild one, man. I can't wait to find out a little bit more information, though. That's what sucks.
People can freeze to death at any temperature under 32, which is freezing. I do wonder how long it would take.
Guys. Huh?
I do wonder how long it would take.
And hell, apparently they were back there for multiple days, though. They were back there for like 3 days.
Yeah, but is it? I guess we don't know if it was like in a neighborhood or anything.
It was at a guy's house. Yeah, it was in a dude's backyard.
We don't know if there was like neighbors, like close neighbors or anything like that.
That's a good question. Because you would think there would be some fucking screaming. Someone would hear that. Yeah, that's a great question, honestly. People would freeze coming home from a night out in winter when they decided to walk home in the snow, be found on the side of the road. Yeah, I know the cold's nothing to fuck with. Here we go. I heard the dude was a scientist, and it had been said he had tested stuff on people before. There was a U-Haul at his house, and allegedly he is moving the 3 guys' deaths were not unusual circumstances, though. Happened to be unprepared idiots last year, went out to live off the land.
Oh my God.
A lot of people probably watch those shows, right?
Yeah, that's just
nice. I watched the new season, the first episode of True Detective. It was fucking awesome.
Well, it's got me interested to be able to survive at least more than one night.
Dan's like, put him outside. Let's see. Go outside.
I mean, bro, a neighbor here that has a fucking dog that's outside all the time, and it was like what 5 degrees last night. Like I don't know. It just feels like a human being could survive that.
I hate the dogs, man. The dogs should be coming in as soon as it gets cold.
Dude, it pisses me off so bad. Like
as soon as it's 30, anything 40. Like,
dude, honestly, like, what is the point of having a dog if it's literally chained up outside all the time? I never see anybody like paying any attention to it. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah,
why do you even have it?
I hate that, dude. I hate seeing that. I see that shit around here. Pisses me off, dude. Oh, one more thing I want to show. I tweeted this earlier. This was back on the Kenneth Smith, the execution that's coming. This was literally live while I was kind of reading this story earlier. Investigators thought that the home looked staged to make it appear as if there had been a home invasion. Subsequently, on March 25th, investigators brought Charles Sennett in for questioning, but he denied involvement. When Charles went to leave, someone asked if he knew Kenneth Smith, and Charles turned red. He left the interview and went to his church, where he met with his sons and their families, and admitted to having an affair and having their mother killed. Charles then went to the parking lot, got in his truck, and fatally shot himself. And this was the police right here. They were, I knew it! I know you did it, you son of a bitch! You knew it!
They smelled it from the jump.
As soon as it's the pastor. It's the fucking pastor.
It's the fucking husband.
Yeah, dude. Tomorrow night, guys, come through here for a good time. Again, 8:30 here, 8:30 to 9 on YouTube, 9 to the end of Twin Peaks episode 4 on Kick. If you're not following on Kick, you're messing up. You're going to want to be on Kick. We do a lot of cool movie parties over on Kick, guys. I'm going to get the link here if I can get it.
Been spending a lot of Feral Fridays over there.
We have, man. I've been enjoying it, too. We're up to 190 now on Kick. Hell yeah. Let's go. Again, Kick, you can find that in your app store, guys. Super easy to find. Whether you're on iPhone, Android, just, again, search Kick. And then once you're on Kick, search Publicly Buzzed. It should pop right up. Give us a follow on there. Hell yeah. And then Sunday, of course, Bob Motta will be back for the cross with the Kevorkian trial. Dr. Jack Kevorkian, again, is being crossed by the state. So you're going to want to come and check that out again, 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Got a lot of cool stuff happening here. Yeah, guys. Yeah, and then Bob is doing, I believe, a Patreon members only live right now, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I think I've got a link to that. I believe Mandy shared that earlier. So if you
can we post the link? I don't think we can post the link, can we? That's how he gives it to his Patreon members. If you post it, then anybody could just join it.
Oh, fuck.
And you just posted it, didn't you?
Oh, God. It's gone.
It's probably a private. It's probably a private stream.
No, that's it. That's how they do it. It's private. Yeah. That's what they do. Yeah.
And anybody with a link can come in.
Yeah. Make sure you're on their their Patreon. But yeah, man, Bob's stream today was amazing. Jay killed it, dude. Jay and Allie was awesome. That whole fucking the Delphi shit, man, fucking insanity. Crazy, dude. Absolute craziness. Yeah, dude. Again. 8:30. I about said it again. 8:30 tomorrow night on Kick. Let's go. No, wait. Fucked up. 8:30 tomorrow night on YouTube. Let's go to prepare for Kick. Bam.
That's it.
That's it, baby. That's it. Hell yeah, guys. Love you all. Thank you all so much. We will see you tomorrow night. Have a great day. If you are in an area that is getting dropped or pounded with snow, please be safe, okay? I know a lot of different people are getting, not only that, insanely cold temperatures. Be safe out there, guys. So, all right.
Bring your pets out inside, goddammit.
And bring your fucking pets inside, you assholes. Whoever is seeing this, if you're not one of those fucking people.
They probably are. All these people are animal lovers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think we actually only bring animal lovers in. There's somebody right now that's just like, they can hear their dog. They're in the chat. They're just like, oh, God, son of a bitch. Maybe they're touching their heart, and at this moment they're going to go outside, get that dog, bring her inside.
I hope so. If they do leave them outside, then yes, please bring them in. Okay. For the magpies.
Love you guys. Thank you all so much. We will see you tomorrow night, 8:30 on YouTube.
Good night.
Peace.